One day, I was escorting someone to do their English lessons. So before someone gets to United Kingdom, they need to write a test that is called IELTS, and they have to go through the lessons in order for them to get the best results. So I escorted somebody to do the English test. So I go to this place, and this place was packed with a lot of people. And when we got there, it was on a Monday. And when we got there was a lot of people that were inside the room, and then some people outside doing the registering. I remember that morning, it was early in the morning. When we got there, we wanted to make a payment so that we get into the morning class. When we got there, we were told that they were fully booked for the next 2 weeks. Price for the lessons were somewhere around 60 or 80, I don't remember. And then, so I had to look around and look at the people that were there, and I realized that it was not only this person that I escorted that didn't get the lessons, who was told that they are fully booked for the next 2 weeks. I looked back and then realized that there were like a couple of more people. And then this got me thinking. I was really frustrated that I cannot attend this license. I went to try and speak to the administrator who was actually writing the receipts, and I tried to negotiate with them that, can you please get into the license? Can we please get in? It was like, you know what, you're wasting your time. We are fully booked and things like that. And then at that moment, just because I knew these guiding principles that I had in my mind, I was like, okay, why is this person chasing away money? Okay, just because that night I did not sleep. I tried to explain to the person who I had escorted to do online lessons, and they were like, you know what, I don't want to do online lessons. I want to make sure that I get in that class. So just because they wanted to get in that class, we had to wait a week or so to just get into that class. But I was like, wait a second. That night I did not sleep. I went home and I realized that, okay, this person is leaving money on the table. And then I had to take a pen and paper and try and map out the 9 guiding principles that I always live by. Remember, you need to remember this by your heart and by your head. Let us call the 9 guiding principles. Number 1, you need to learn it all. Number 2, you need to have market research. Number 3, you need to find or create the service. And then number 4, you need to create the buying environment. Number 5, you need to drive traffic. Number 6, you need to drive traffic again, more traffic. Number 7, that's semi-automation. Number 8, automation. Number 9, that is your own recipe. You need to always remember these by your head. So that moment I could calculate, when I had an argument with this person, I could calculate all those 9 steps. Just because I had learned it all, just because I knew the steps, I was like, you know what, we can create online trainings for what these guys are doing, and then they can sell it online. So I went back the next day and I tried to negotiate with them again to say, you know what, we can duplicate what you're doing on the internet, and we can sell your training to a lot of people. And they could give me a chance to speak to them and things like that. So at this stage, we're talking about market research, which is the step number 2 of the process, which is the market research. Now, what you want to look at when you are in business, in any business for that matter, in terms of your market research, you need to look at, number 1, what is it that people are paying money for? Okay, what is it that people are paying money for? So a very good example, if you want to start a business today of selling bread, okay, people are always buying bread each and every day. So if you buy bread, you stand by the corner in Zimbabwe and start selling bread, you have a guarantee that people are going to buy, because people are paying the money anyway. So when you realize that a lot of people are paying money for something, that shows that that niche has got money. So that's one thing that I picked when I had that experience, that these guys are turning people away. It simply means that this niche has a lot of money, okay, or there's people that are paying money for, okay. Number 2, you need to look at what problems can I solve, okay. So for the people that were turned back, I realized that they had a problem. They had the money, they wanted to learn, but they didn't find a class to learn. They were not given a chance. So we needed to solve a problem for the class. And then number 3, you need to look at what problems can I solve, what solutions can I bring, what is it that people are paying money for, what is it that I can change a location if these guys are teaching in Harare, it simply means that this service is needed in Botswana, this service is needed in Zambia, this service is needed in South Africa, and these are the different places. So that's what I had to calculate. That night, I didn't sleep. I had to think deep of the 9 steps. And then that's when I realized that a lot of people, they want to learn IELTS. And then I started to think, what can I do so that I can start selling this service? I'm not a tutor, I'm not an English teacher. And then in the next series, I'm going to share with you exactly what I had to do, because the next part of the process is to create or find the product and find out how you can actually structure things so that you can actually start selling. For that matter, if you look at the concept of the nest eggs or the ecosystem of the nest eggs, right now, just because I've established that business, we are teaching IELTS, I've been able to discuss with a lot of people and hear their pain points, hear their problems and things like that. On the market research part, I'm going to tell you a lot of opportunities that are there on the ecosystem of nest eggs. Number one, when people are moving to the United Kingdom, they have the pain point of them leaving their kids behind. I will tell you something. The situation is getting people to travel as husband and wife and leave kids behind. And in my experience, I've realized that most of the people that are going to the United Kingdom as nurse aides or care assistants, they don't want to leave their kids behind. They want to make sure that they leave their kids in a safe place. Some of them, they don't even trust their relatives. So what do you do as a business owner, as someone who is learning about these 9 steps? If you have your house, if you have experience in child care, if you experience with taking care of kids, you can actually offer your house to say, I can look after your kids the time that you're in when you're in United Kingdom, and I can pay, you can pay us money. I mean, that's a business that you can actually make money from. So now think about the ecosystem of nest aids as a huge piece of cake. It's a huge piece of cake, and what you just want is a small piece of cake that you want for yourself. Okay, so one of them is teaching IELTS, like we are doing, and the other one is that I've explained, looking after the kids of people that have traveled abroad. And again, these people that are traveling abroad, they're getting air tickets. If you're in the business of air tickets, you need to sell your air tickets. These people that are traveling abroad as nurse aides, they need driving lessons. These people that are driving, that are going abroad, they need what else do they need? They need to help with visa application. These people that are traveling abroad, they need help with CV writing. These people that are traveling abroad, they need help with email writing. Like, they cannot write, some of them, they cannot even write emails to these employers and things like that. So there is opportunities around the ecosystem of the nurse aides. And like I said, let me not get on and on that. So I've done a training when I was in Zimbabwe. I'm going to talk about it later on when I explained that concept in depth, like the avenues of how you can actually make money out of the ecosystem of the nurse aid. So with that said, my experience, it was really a frustration. That night I didn't sleep, but from there I was able to go home and apply the 9 principles that I've actually spoken about on how to start an online business. And I could actually see that, wow, there's an opportunity there. A lot of people need lessons. A lot of people are going back with their money. And what is it the competition is doing that we can actually do as well and actually surpass that, so that we can become also a powerhouse in terms of what we really want to do. So with that said, I'm gonna go on to the next step, which is creating or finding the product or the service so that you can start selling. With that said, thank you so much for watching, and please download the ebook and subscribe to my channel, and bye for now.